Porsche is famous for its sports cars like the 911, but it's SUVs like the Cayenne and the Macan that are the brand's sales leaders in the US. This is the redesigned version of the Macan, and it's hiding a significant secret under its sheet metal. Actually, it's not too much of a secret if you just take a look right here at the script. Yes, this is the electric version of the Macan, even though it looks a lot like the existing model, and if you're not ready to go fully electric, Porsche is still going to offer the gas-only Macan for at least a little while, but if you're ready to make the switch from gas to electrons, this is what you need to know about the brand's SUV. It's evident from the way some automakers style their EVs that they really think they need to stand apart from the rest of their lineup. That's not what Porsche has done with the Macan EV. It really looks like an evolution of the existing Macan, though there are some differences on the outside. There's more venting on the rear. It has even a more dramatic roofline than the existing gas-powered Macan in the way it's swept forward. You can get up to 22-inch wheels, which this model has, and also optional rear active steering. It can adjust the rear wheels up to 5 degrees to help you corner tighter or have better stability on the highway. And the front end has been adjusted too. There's now these 4-point daytime running lights up high, and the headlights are down lower in the front bumper. So overall, though, it is still clearly connected with the Macan in Porsche's lineup. That focus on familiarity we see with the exterior styling of the Macan EV carries over to the interior, as there are a lot of styling similarities with the Cayenne SUV. This model has a 12.6-inch digital instrument panel, a 10.9-inch center screen that's running Android Automotive operating system, but still has support for Apple CarPlay if you have an iPhone, and also an available passenger screen, so a lot of screen tech on the dashboard. It also has these touch controls here for the climate control. I'm not the biggest fan of them overall in the Cayenne or here, but it's nice that there's some storage space underneath here that lets you have more space here in the center console. Interior materials quality is characteristically good, and there's a firmness to the things you come in contact with that you'll recognize if you've been in other Porsches, and that is from the seat feel to the trim. This model also has ambient lighting on the dashboard and the doors, and it has a bit of a dual purpose too, because it serves as indicators for the driver assist systems and the charging functions. So even though the Macan EV has that really sloping rear roofline, headroom is decent back here, and that's because the seat is pretty low to the floor. Now a consequence of that is that you do sit with your knees elevated, you don't have a ton of thigh support, not a lot of extra leg room. So while it's passable for an adult to ride here, I don't think they'd want to be back here for too long. 2 versions of the Macan EV have been announced to date, and both of them have dual motor all-wheel drive. There's the Macan 4 that makes 402 horsepower with its overboost function, and it can go 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds according to Porsche. And then there's this model we have here, which is the Macan Turbo. It makes 630 horsepower and can do 0 to 60 in just 3.1 seconds. The Macan EV has a 100 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack, and the vehicle's 800-volt architecture means it can DC fast charge at speeds up to 270 kilowatts. Now, Porsche says the battery can be charged from 10 to 80% in as little as 21 minutes under ideal conditions, but in our experience, DC fast charging EVs, it's really hard to maintain the maximum charge rate for any length of time. The Macan's onboard AC charger can accept up to 11 kilowatts on a level 2 charging system. Porsche is taking orders now for the Macan EV, with deliveries expected in the second half of 2024. Now, the current gas engine Macan starts from around $65,000 to $91,000 before you start adding options, but prices for the EV version are considerably higher, with the 4 starting at around $80,000 and the Turbo starting at around $107,000. If you want to learn more about the Porsche Macan EV and all the other cars making their debut at the 2024 New York Auto Show, be sure to head over to Cars.com/news for all the information.